and ask about what's wrong with the garden, because everything looks dead or dying. And you can see I've got plants here that are going to seed, and what I've been doing is collecting the seeds. All the plants that I've collected seed from, I've pulled up. I only collect the eggplants off those plants in the background, and mush it up into a mix, and we'll mix that up, and that'll be full of eggplant seeds. In the foreground there's the bath, nasturtium plant growing at the head of it there, and that's full of worm castings, and that'll be put in little plots throughout the garden bed here, and we'll transplant the seedlings into it. The sunflowers and that, they're nearly ready to harvest, so they'll go soon. And over there we got the potato bed, and sort of in the middle of the picture there's a watermelon at the back of it. We'll pull all those potatoes out of it, and that partly broken down stuff will become the mulch for the garden bed at the front of the house. And just to the left there, the tomatoes were growing in there. I pulled them out because I didn't want to water while potatoes were still in there, because they might go rotten. But all that mix, again, that's full of tomato seeds, and we'll just break all that up and mix it up somewhere and plant it. So the dying thing that people were talking about, well, you can see the in the paper there, I've got some of the broccoli seeds from the plants that grew out there, and what else have we got there that's mine? There's, I don't know, silver beet, there's watermelon, sunflower seeds, and something else. But those things will all either get planted into that garden, or they'll go into this fenced off area down here, which I can easily put shade cloth over. There was an old compost bin there at one stage, so the soil is really rich, and that's where I propagate all the small seeds like beetroot and silver beet and bok choy and broccoli and stuff like that. So brings me back to the original topic about why does everything look like it's dying. Well, see, this is how every property in Perth should look at the moment. When I was farming for 3 months of the year in the country, all over the state, or nearly all over the state, that's what your paddocks would look like, just that dry brown colour. And that's because that's natural for our country at this time of the year. And Perth is in the country, you know. The Aborigines have welcomes to country in the city. That's because Perth is country. And the way this place looks is quite natural for this time of the year. It's dry and brown. If I use up a lot of scarce water, well, I can make it green, like a lot of the other properties through Perth, where you'll see, you know, quite small areas of lawn that perform no function, all getting watered and mowed and stuff like that. And we think that's the norm. Well, actually, for our country, this is the norm.